the fraction. Question 3 is a standalone question, which means it's terrifying. It says here, show that 2 over 3 plus root 5, show that that equals 3 minus root 5 all over 2. Number one, stop panicking, because they look similar, don't they? Do not try and manipulate the right hand side to make the left hand side. Take logical steps with the left hand side, apply your knowledge of surds and simplifying and rationalizing, whatever you've got to do to get the right hand side step by step, but keep your eye on the right hand side. You may get some hints as to which route you should take. Right, off I go. I've not done this before. Let's have some fun. Well, I've not done this particular question before, that's for sure. Right, how on earth do you show that? Well, I better start trying to get rid of this root 5. How do I do that? Very tricky. Sorry, it is a root 5, isn't it? So square root of 5. Multiply by 1, usual thing. So that's going to be 3 minus root 5. Already I'm looking like the top, which is lovely. Divided by 3 minus root 5. Okay, so that's that. I'm really happy with that. And let's multiply this out. I've got 2 bracket 3 minus root 5 divided by 3 plus root 5 multiplied by 3 minus root 5. Again, I'm not going to start looking at this anymore. I know it's going to work out. May as well bust open the top bit. No, actually I won't. Forget it. I may not need to. So 2 lots of 3 minus root 5. Again, multiply out. 3 3s are 9. 3 times minus root 5 is minus 3 root 5. Root 5 times 3, well, that's 3 root 5s, positive ones. And 5 5s are 25, so I've got minus the square root of 25. Let's tidy it up a little bit. I've got 2 lots of 3 minus root 5 divided by, well, red as usual, minus 3 root 5s plus root 5s. I haven't got any. They've gone bye-byes, haven't they? Cancelled out. 9. That's because I'm showing it. Let's take some steps. We've got 9 minus 5. Is that alright? 9 minus 5. I think that's roughly 4. So let's just rewrite it over here. I've got 2 lots of 3 minus root 5. And I've got 9 minus 5 is 4. Next step, as you can see, 2 over 4 is called a half. So there I go, half. What am I left with? Again, I've got to show I'm cancelling to show I'm not guessing. I'm left with 3 minus root 5, because 1 times the bracket is the bracket, divided by 2 underneath, and yippee, I've landed it. That deserves a nice fat red box, and the signature as well. Okay, let's sign it up here. Not done that for a little while. Big fat bold signature. It makes me very happy. Right, turn over. Back to red. And I'm going to jump into A star ones. They call them A star. Well, we'll see how it goes. I reckon most of this is A star. It says here, simplify the following. Now this is disgusting. I've got half plus 3 over root 5. There you go. A lovely little half, which is innocent and sweet, and I've got to add on to it 3 over root 5, and I've got a surd looking at me, and it's trapped underneath. So I don't know how many marks this will be worth in the exam. Let's hope you don't get one, eh? Anyway, so what I'm going to do is try and merge them as regular fractions. Now, if you've got a common denominator, which is 2 root 5, it pays to start there. So 2 times root 5. That means 1 times root 5 is going to be root 5. Plus 3 times 2 is 6. Is that alright? Make sure I've merged it properly. I went 2 times root 5, 2 root 5, and I multiply that by root 5, so I multiply 1 by root 5. There it is. And I multiplied the root 5 by 2, so I multiplied the 3 by 2, hence the 6. Is that alright? Well, at least I've got one fraction now, and I don't need all of that rubbish. That'll do. Let's just take it further. Doing, 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 doing. Well, can't do anything with the top yet. So it's just root 5 plus 6 all over 2 root 5s. Again, I want to multiply by 1 for my next step. Well, to get rid of the root 5, we just multiply by root 5 all over root 5, I guess. So let's see what happens now. I've got root 5 multiplied by root 5 plus 6 I'll deal with you in a minute. But 2 times root 5 times root 5 means 2 lots of the square root of 25. How's that? Beautiful, isn't it? So let's do the top bit now. Root 5 times root 5 is root 25 plus, well, can't do much with that, 6 lots of root 5. Underneath, what have I got? I've got 2 times 5, 10. Let's take it further over here. Over here I've got the square root of 25, which is 5. So I've got 5 plus 6 root 5. And I divide that by 10. Very, very nice. So if I divide each part by 10, I get my half back again. And 6 over 10 is going to be 3/5 of a root 5. Now I'm not sure if that answer is acceptable. It's rationalised and it's simplified. Maybe, just maybe, I could have stopped at this point here. Okay, I'll put the word stop here, a note to self, but I did take it further and show that playing with my half was a complete waste of time, but at least I rationalised this part of the sum right there. Okay, so that's been rationalised that little bit, and that could have been enough. Have I simplified it? I have simplified it. I don't have that underneath anymore. I've rationalised it as well as simplified it. So I suppose I should stop at this level and combine it as just one fraction and just move on with my life. I really found